Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Here we go. Like 20. Hey,
tight. Man left. 3 down.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist.
On second down, it's Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here we go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack lunch, baby. Yum.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On is the rookie fourth-rounder Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Back two is the Mike.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 56. Night, sweetheart. He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, Jackson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Good work.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I know he ain't got. Switch.
Jackson on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
To throw is Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, switch gears. That's it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now it's Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Check 13.
Garoppolo on first down. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming, no flag. Let them.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Grant. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
56, Mike 56. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down, Cleveland.
Set, ready. Johnny, go. 59.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 15.
On first down, it's Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
On second down now, it's Grant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely, first and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Check, 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 check. Wait.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Record. Mike, check. 59. 59. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
On second and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nice touchdown.
Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Getting to a second, and sometimes...
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Looking ahead to Week 6 in the NFL, some big games next weekend, including the first London game of the year. Panthers and Bucks, they'll do battle in the UK. With one that'll...
Here we go. Like 20.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check 52.
On second and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Garoppolo now. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this is Selleck here with a grab. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo again. On the screen, this is Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats. And oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Seals Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The progressions on that touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Offense at Summit.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Over.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Fresno.
From the 36, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Any day. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Okay.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jackson on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
It's going to be a long day. Let's get it.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
52's to Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice little juke. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. No. Set. No. And read. Switch now. 59. Mike's 59. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 59's Mike. Go. Check. 59. You can't block me. You can't.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set. Check. 15 on it. 15 on it. Check tight, Aaron. Check tight. Check tight. Go. You.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
On second down, it's Grant. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Motion to the backfield.
New Mike 52. Mike 52.
They go back to Grant. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we Never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and Inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now Jackson on first down. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
56, the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You. Go. No. Off.
From the gun, Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here I come. Mike 52. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Jackson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
56, the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Check 52.
Operating from the gun, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's our field. Hey, it's twist. Watch twist.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Hey, watch Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Jackson looking to throw on third. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them play with when they're out on the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let go.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait,
Use the mic.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Slam.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Here we go. 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's about
Here we go. Defense on deck. On deck. 52's the mic, boys. 52. In the face.
On first down, Grant. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10.
56. Let's get the ball. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Delta, Leo, slam.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
March 56. March 56.
Go. Go.
Let's go. Come on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick.
Well, don't change that channel, Jim. Yet this one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
But down the clicker, this one looked like it was
Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Mike, check. 59.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They will run with Grant. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
On 4th and inches.
Not today. Go.
Motion. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
And let's get
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Watch the run. Watch 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Mike 50.
Yo.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
You must be dreaming.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You must be.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You got double up. Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm coming.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
3 buzz.
Jackson to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Let's get off the field. Get off the field, D. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, D. Set up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Where's 52?
This is Grant. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56. Right. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
Jackson from the shotgun. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe that one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Garoppolo to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd and short. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Browns drive about to get started. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pick, baby. Good stuff. Keep doing that.
The Browns drive about to get started. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? And what if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just...
Mike 52 right here. 52. Oh, you got deep?
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
Big Dwayne Brown is still one of the top left tackles in the NFL. A 4-time Pro Bowler, he's respected around the league because of his big frame, nimble feet, and strong grip. When you rush the passer against Dwayne Brown, you're just hoping to get near the quarterback.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, leading rusher amongst QBs in 2018, Lamar Jackson.
His game last week reminded me of the old...
Go to base. Go. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Chance. Topper.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
Calling 2018 a breakout season for tight end George Kittle would be a massive understatement. 1,377 yards gained, the most ever for a tight end in NFL history. Physical, an effective blocker, and he was selected for his first Pro Bowl after the season.
50 the mic, 50 the mic. Short. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Danny. What? 25, check 25, check 25.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, that one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got wide. Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike. Go. Here it comes. You go tight.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Let's go. Let's do this.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the... Don't you?
Those don't...
Watch the run, watch the run.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
Let's go. 54. Go. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him.
On first down, Grant. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We go. Trot. Hey, Sponge. No.
Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams, they have a...
Luke 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson going to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles.
54. Mike 54. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant, 83 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Point after try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, we can't let the...
Hey, 52. I don't think you got it, son.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety Harrison Smith. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. Carson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a deep.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 54. Mike 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 50. Mike 50. All right. That's it. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's pick. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Man, that's trash. Check.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got him. Mike 50. Mike 50. Check. Go. Check the hot read.
To throw again, Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Neil, check.
Jackson will throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver. 1 touchdown in this first half. And his kick is indeed good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go. 315. 52 right here. 52. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check it back.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey. We got 3.
On second down now, it's Carson.
Run!
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch his flag.
This is Carson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run it with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Carson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Draw play. This is Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, what? Heads, yeah.
On first down, Grant. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. I got him. Check 49, check
From the 22, Jackson got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
We got double up, double up.
Jackson from the shotgun. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Blue Dan, blue Dan. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Let's go, let's go.
Hey, football team. Switch.
Why? Get wide.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Watch Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Secure. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the screen. Watch it.
Mike's 5-4.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dayton Jones makes the stop defensively.
Hey, Bring it. Off.
50. Mike, 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Alert.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Check. Shut up.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Come on. You better bring it.
Mike, 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, Mike. Go. 50.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Check.
Lucky.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The 20. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle?
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a give right side. Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 12 yards on the return that time, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Check 3, check 3.
On 1st down, Grant. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's put that team on.
Short.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Deuce, Amo. Deuce.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one.
Ready?
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I got you.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here from the 38.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability.
Here we go. Hey, come on. 54. Mike, 54. Yo, say nothing.
Mike's 5-4. Mike, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Yo, I got him. That's me.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it second and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Watch the safety creep.
Second down and goal. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Jackson, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Check back. Watch twist.
Now Wilson on first down. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, baby. We got
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Huh. 4, check 4.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Haywood. Hey, motion.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 yards.
50, Mike's 50.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back.
Go.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
That's it.
Mike's 50.
Watch the run. Mike 50.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 50. Watch the run.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Move the team.
You ain't got nothing.
Shift.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Wilson. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. They work at it.
280. 52. 52's the mic. Hey, 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 hey. Good side.
On first down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go. Check 50. Check 50.
Now Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Seahawks on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Wilson. And his pass incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's caught by Hollister. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you know, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Kill.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
It's our time. It's our time. What?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
I got it.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Nice move.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first for 6.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On first and 10, Wilson, short pass to the tight end Hollister, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
To throw again on second down. Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw again is Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. We'll get on the scoreboard here. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Down the field in 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you. Yes, yeah. You better bring it.
On first down, Hilliard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'm going to hit you.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike's 50. Go. Bound to lose one. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Let it go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike's 5-4. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Watch edge. Orbit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Watch the pass.
Check squeeze. 31.
Jackson from the shotgun. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hold. Pass him.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out,
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.